Myth number 1, use boiling water to make coffee. No, don't. The correct temperature for the perfect cup of coffee is 90 to 95 degrees C. You want hot water for optimal flavor extraction from the coffee grounds, but boiling water is too hot. Using boiling water can over-extract the coffee grinds, resulting in a coffee that tastes bitter. On the other hand, water that is too cold won't extract enough flavor, resulting in a flat, bland-tasting cup of coffee. Myth number 2, store your coffee in the fridge to keep it fresh. No, again. Keep coffee in a cool, dry, airtight container. Coffee beans absorb moisture, and moisture on the surface of the bean will leach out much of the aroma and flavor. Never store coffee in the fridge or freezer, as these are moist environments. Also, coffee acts like a sponge for flavors and odors around it, so storing in the fridge can cause the beans to absorb other smelly foodstuff, also affecting flavor. Myth number 3, pre-ground coffee tastes just as good as grinding your own beans. Grinding coffee beans speeds up flavor loss, as the increased surface area greatly speeds up oxidization. Coffee starts losing quality almost immediately upon grinding, so ground coffee should be used without delay. This is a benefit of the bean-to-cup automatic coffee machines, as beans are ground immediately before brewing. Myth number 4, there is a single grind level which suits most brewing methods. Despite supermarket packaging of ground coffee showing it to be suitable for all sorts of brewing methods, different brewing methods actually require different grind levels. The optimal grind level is dependent on the amount of time the coffee spends in contact with water at the correct temperature. The less time in contact with water, the finer the grind needed. For example, espresso machines usually require a finer grind, while a plunger requires a coarser grind. Getting the grind setting correct on your automatic espresso machine is central to a great tasting coffee. Myth number 5, you can use less coffee if you grind the coffee beans finer. As mentioned above, the grind level to be used is determined by the amount of time in contact with water. Using a fine grind when a coarse grind is required, and using less of it, will only result in a weaker taste. Myth number 6, coffee stunts your growth. No, coffee won't stunt your growth. This myth seems to have sprung from an early study which suggested that caffeine reduced bone mass and contributed to osteoporosis. Trouble is, the subjects of the research were elderly people, and therefore not still growing, who had calcium deficit diets. Subsequent studies have shown that there is no impact to bone density on people whose dietary intake of calcium is at recommended levels. Myth number 7, coffee causes stomach ulcers. Stomach ulcers are mostly caused by a bacteria called Helicobacter pylori, with other causes being certain medications and cancer. Coffee is not linked to stomach ulcers. Recent studies have even found that stress, smoking and diet are also not causes of ulcers. Myth number 8, coffee is bad for you, or coffee is good for you. There has been much published about the health pros and cons of coffee, and is really the subject of another blog. However, the overriding conclusion is that normal levels of coffee drinking are not harmful to your health and may actually have some health benefits due mainly to the antioxidants found in coffee beans. And finally, myth number 9, coffee will sober you up. Unfortunately, coffee does not change the alcohol content in your body and therefore cannot sober you up quicker. Coffee may make you more alert while drunk, making you think you are sober, but don't be fooled. We hope this video has been of interest. If you have anything to add to this, please let us know and we will include it in future videos. Thanks for watching. Please, if you like this video, like and subscribe or share the video with your friends.